Hello, welcome to my reselling channel, Flippin' Hippos. I'm Star. Today is Tuesday, so it's time for Tutorial Tuesday. We're doing the second video in the three-part series on Etsy marketing and how you can use the tools Etsy provides you for marketing, sales, discounts, etc., to increase your sales. And I think the bottom line is we all want to increase our sales, and we're going to do that any way we can. So last week we covered their sales and discounts. If you didn't watch that, I will have it pop up at the end. And today we're going to cover their social media. Now, there's a lot of reasons why you, as a reseller, should be putting your listings on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. I do have videos on that, covering that. The Instagram one is kind of outdated, so I might redo that in a couple of weeks. But I do have a video on specifically why and how you should be posting on Instagram, and one on why and how with Pinterest, specific to using eBay's tools that they provide you to post to Pinterest. Today, we're going to focus on Etsy's tools on how to post to Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to show you a little bit of Pinterest. And then next week, we're going to cover Etsy's share and save program, which is along the same lines where you're sharing on social media, but you're making almost like an affiliate bonus when something sells. If you're familiar with like Amazon or eBay affiliate links, where you post your links and you make a couple pennies or bucks, as it were, when someone clicks on it and purchases. It's the same thing, except you're sharing your own things. And you can do that with eBay too. So that's another video I need to do. I need to update my Instagram and eBay affiliate links videos. But as I talk, if you hear anything you're interested in that you want to learn more about or see it in action, as always, leave it in the comment section below. I absolutely love to make tutorials. In fact, second only to live shows, our tutorials are my favorite. And I only prefer the live shows because I get to actually interact in real time with you guys. But when it comes to the pre-recorded videos, my favorite topics to talk about aren't necessarily what I do in tutorials. You guys know I love work-life balance, routines, boundaries, all of that stuff. But I love to teach and I love to make tutorials. So anything you want to see or learn about, let me know. And I'm going to have at the end of this up there last week's Etsy pop-up, my kind of old outdated Instagram, which I will update in the coming weeks, and then the one on Facebook's tools specific to sharing on Pinterest. And I think Facebook I covered in that one. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen so that we can move right along into the tutorial. I should probably put my glasses on too so that everyone can see, including me. Okay, so this is a tutorial I found on Etsy that I'm going to link in the description box. So after you watch this tutorial, if you have further questions or you need to revisit something, you can click this link and come here. This is everything I'm going to cover with you today. Some people are visual learners, some people are audio, some people need to read. So if you need to come back to this and read this after watching me, I'll have it available for you. On your Etsy, on your desktop, on the left, under marketing, see the little bullhorn? You're going to go down to social media and it's going to take you to this page. Now, there's a couple of things on this page that I just cannot figure out, but it doesn't matter if I can't figure it out or can't help you figure it out. You can still post to Instagram and share your listings. But what I'm talking about is here under settings, up here at the top on the right next to create post. I can still connect to my Facebook, which I'm going to show you today. It says they're working on restoring my access to Pinterest. But if I go to a link from my Etsy, which is how you would share to Pinterest as well, you go to your actual listings and choose any one that you want to share. under the top here, seller listing tools, there is a Pinterest. And you click it. And this links right to my Pinterest. So that's one of the things I'm confused about. Why it says it's working on reconnecting me. This is my Pinterest. These are my boards. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and tell it I want it on jewelry. And it's already been pinned. It's that easy and that simple. Also from here, you can promote. I don't get into the promoting because I don't like to pay for extra ads on Etsy. But that is something you can do from here. And you can share to Pinterest. Sorry. You can share to Facebook and you can share it on Twitter. So right here at the top, it says seller listing tools. That's where you would share to Pinterest and Facebook and Twitter. You just click it. I'm not sure that my Twitter's connected here. Well, it is. My book talk one is. So I'm not going to post this, but just to show you, you click Twitter and you post. If it wasn't connected, it would prompt you to log in, but that's not my work Twitter. And then Facebook, same thing. It's going to load in. I'm not sure if it's going to connect because my Facebook isn't connected yet. We're going to do that live in this show. Well, it's just fiddle farting around. So let's leave that alone and just let you know you can click that. So yeah, this is under the settings. I don't understand why it says restoring access because I can clearly pin to Pinterest. I can connect to X here. And then Instagram is a little weird. So I'm going to show you that. But first, I'm going to show you your options when you're on the social media page here. You can share a milestone, and that'll be right up here at the top, really, really big. I hit a record sales of 200. Yay. You can share your newest listings. Look at all my beautiful jewelry. You can, the milestones are down here again. Sales or promotions. So if you have a coupon or a sales or a promotion running, which we talked about last week, you can share that as well, which is a good thing to share to your social media. And any 5-star reviews. I really like this option because you can click on it and it's going to share the exact review and the stars. I love that. I love getting your positive feedback out there in the world. I want to add before I show you this in action. Where you're sharing this to is completely a personal choice. Now, what do I recommend resellers do? I recommend that you have clear boundaries between your social media. So you should, if you have a personal one for just you and your friends and family, that's great. You probably have one as a reseller persona where you're part of the reseller community, and that can be combined with your personal one. That's perfectly fine. Most of us are friends with a lot of resellers, and some of us are even close enough that we would consider them family. So that's fine. But if you have social media that is the audience for it is other resellers in the reselling community, I really feel like there needs to be a clear line between that and one that is geared towards your buyers. Because what you want to share with resellers is probably vastly different than what you want to share with buyers. You want to share your listings and your coupons and your sales with your buyers. You want to encourage them to come and shop. You're probably not trying to sell to other resellers. You're trying to get top dollar, make a profit, and run a business. You're not selling to resellers. You're selling to consumers. So you probably don't want to bombard or flood your reseller accounts with that kind of content. The reseller content is probably more like relatable, funny memes and short videos, pain points, questions, all the things that resellers talk about and share with each other is what you're doing on your reseller accounts. That kind of stuff you really don't want going out to the buyer audience. You don't want your buyers to know that you just raised shipping prices, or you spent $1 on this blouse and you're going to list it for 50, right? You don't need buyers privy to the what's behind the curtain, so to speak, the Wizard of Oz. That you don't want them to know what's behind the curtain. You just want them to see your great deals, your great items, know where to link to your stores to purchase these items, and what kind of discounts they can get, period. They don't need to know where you thrift or how much you paid for it. They don't need to see if you've ever posted a pain point or a frustration with buyers. They don't need to see any of that. They only need to see you, your professional store persona. And then your reseller friends, you're not trying to sell to them. You're just trying to be a community and commiserate over common experiences. So that's why I really, really, really strongly suggest that you have reseller accounts and seller accounts with a strong line of demarcation in between the two. So when you're sharing your Etsy posts, when you're sharing to Pinterest from eBay, when you're sharing any of your stores, your links, your items, that should all be to your business account. And you should actually seriously brand across the board. So all of my social media accounts that are for me as a reseller to connect with the reseller community is Flippin' Hippos, including this channel, Flippin' Hippos. Now, all of my store names that I sell on are the Hippo Hut. So all of my social media that is connected to that is the Hippo Hut, and it's very clearly branded on both. Branding is super important. That's a whole nother video. If you want me to do that, I will. But I really wanted to just take a few minutes to discuss why it's important to keep the two separate. And these kinds of posts from Etsy should definitely be going on your business accounts. So let's just show you how to click on a few of these and create a post. Up here on the top right, there's a big black button with a plus sign. You can create a post there. And your choices are your latest listing, which will be the last thing you listed, your latest shop milestone, your latest sale that you have been running, or your latest review. Or you can create a post from scratch, be creative, and do what you want. Those are your choices under there. And if you scroll down the page, you can choose any of your newest listings, not just the newest. This is kind of like a shortcut here just to get to the latest items. And you can go down here for more options. So let's click one and see what happens. I'm going to say next. I'm going to just use their caption. You can write your own. I'm going to just use theirs. It has the review. It has the stars. It has the link. It has the hashtags. It's beautiful. This is where we go to where we're posting. This is another one thing that's confusing to me that I can't figure out. I literally spent about 40 minutes this morning researching and looking around. I couldn't get the answer to why my Pinterest says it's not connected, and I can't get the answer to what I'm about to show you. I can get the workaround to you, and if you understand why what is happening or how to fix it, by all means, please let me know in the comment section. But if you select Instagram here and you say post and continue, it will say due to Instagram's limitations, you will have to complete the posting from your phone, which is fine. That's not where I'm confused or why I can't figure out what's happening is happening. It says you will get a push notification on your mobile device from the Sell on Etsy app. So I click done, and I've done this 5 times today, and I don't have any notifications. I should have 5, but I have none. I do have the Etsy for Seller app, and I have no notifications on there, and I've got nothing coming in on push notifications. So these posts aren't going through. It's driving me crazy. I don't understand why. I've researched and Googled and looked at YouTube on how to link my Instagram to my Etsy. Everything seems to be fine, but for some reason, I'm not getting that push notification. So my workaround for that to you guys is to do this on the phone. So before we do Facebook real quick, let me come back over here and show you. If you go on the phone, on your Etsy, your Sell Etsy app, there's an Etsy for shopping app, and then there's a very specific Etsy seller app. So if you go to get the app in your store, make sure you get the Etsy for seller. And then at the bottom, right there, it says more. You click that and you just scroll down to marketing. It's kind of blurry, but you can see it. And you can scroll down and find marketing. And you will click social media, which is exactly what we just did on the computer, but you're going to do it on the phone. And you're going to share your listing, choose whatever you want to share, just like I showed you on the computer, only you're doing it on the phone. And when you click next, which is at the top here, and share, it will share to whatever Instagram your phone is logged into. So my Instagram stays logged into Flippin Hippos, which is my reseller account. So if I wanted to post to Instagram, I would need to toggle between my accounts. And if you don't know how to do that, let me know, because that's a whole other tutorial. But you are able to have multiple Facebook and Instagram accounts that you can toggle through just by clicking your picture. It's very easy. So you would just do that. So I don't understand why I'm not getting this little notification that tells me I'm supposed to get. So I cannot share to Instagram from my computer at this point, because whatever final step I'm supposed to get, I'm not getting. So my workaround for that would be just to share from your phone, but make sure you're logged into the correct Instagram before you share, because it's just going to grab whatever you're logged into. Hope that all makes sense. And if you can tell me why I'm not getting these push notifications or what's going on here, by all means, because I spent a lot of time this morning researching this and I couldn't find the answer. I found some answers. You know, they always have do this and do this. I followed all the things and nothing's working. So that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to share from my phone. Easy peasy pie. I do share 3 things to Instagram every morning from my List Perfectly. So I just list like 3 items. But I might start adding an Etsy post too, just to show them that I have a sale going on, or, you know, a nice review or something. Because it's nice to show people that you get good reviews. And I don't want to always promote my Facebook, my eBay. I'm sorry. I don't always want to promote just eBay on my Instagram. And my Instagram is linked to my Facebook, so it goes to both. It's a lot of information. Again, my comment section is always open to you guys. If you need something explained further, or again, or more info, let me know. I'm always happy to help you guys. We're just going to take a real quick look at Facebook, and then I'm going to let you go because I've been talking your ear off. But this is a very in-depth conversation because there's things that work and things that don't. And it's important that you know all of that. So we're going to pretend I'm going to do my brooch here. And I would just keep this caption. Quite honestly, it's fine. Now, I'm not connected to Facebook yet, so I'm going to go ahead and connect. I'm going to connect as me because I'm me. And this is what I mean about Facebook. If you're controlling it with Meta behind the scenes, you can have all of your pages connected on Facebook. So whenever you go to do anything, you just select. Remember what I talked about, business versus resellers? I want the Hippo hut. And it says Etsy may not work properly if you turn off these options. So I'm allowing Etsy to create and manage content, read content, and show a list. That's fine. So I'm linked now. And it's not letting me. Oh, cool. We've run into another problem here. Isn't this fun? Let's go back out and try again. Maybe I had to link it up and then. And if not, here's another thing that's confusing me. that's not allowing me to do that. Let's try the settings up here and see what happens. And then I give up. We'll have to figure it out together. Maybe somebody else can help me. See, it's not connecting. Connect to Facebook. I'm clearly logged in. And it's still saying, I don't know if I need to refresh, if it needs some time to connect. It shouldn't. I mean, nowadays, most things, once you connect, you are connected. I didn't mean to hit that. I'm going to try it again one more time. But you know what Einstein says, the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over, expecting different results. So there we go. I'm not connected to Facebook. I would encourage you to go in here and attempt to connect to your Facebook and post to your Facebook and see if it works for you. And if it does, let me know. If you're running into the same issue, let me know. If you know how to fix this, that too, let me know. Look, I am so stubborn. I am so stubborn. I'm going to try one more time, but it's not. That's just me being stubborn. Like when I'm at the grocery store, if I need a very specific item and it's not on the shelf, sometimes I'll stand there and keep looking as if I look hard enough, long enough, I'm going to manifest the item I want because I'm so stubborn. If it's not there, it's not there. And if it's not working, it's not working. But you get the gist of how to share to Pinterest and Instagram. You can do it on the desktop or on your phone. And if you're running into any of the issues I've run into today, I have yet as to find the solution. I have spent 40 minutes this morning. A lot of the information I was getting seemed outdated. And anything that seemed in date that had step-by-step instructions was not working for me. So maybe we'll all figure this out together as we go. But I think we have enough information here to share to social media, at least from our phones. You've heard about the importance of it. You're going to get more information, videos, and links at the end of the video. And you can let me know anything else in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe because it helps me feed hungry hippos. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.